Vikki Spit is here in our studio today. We first met Vikki a few months back, and she is where our coverage of the damage done by these vaccines began. Vikki is in her 30s, and she lost the love of her life to the AstraZeneca jab. There he is now. That's Lord Zeon, a musician. Vikki played bass with the band. They had a great life, touring all over the place, until Zeon got a medical intervention he never needed. Look at him. He's in the flush of good health there. He never needed that AstraZeneca shot, and as a result of it, Vikki's life will never be the same. The government has formally acknowledged that Zeon was killed by the vaccine. That's an official determination, and awarded Vikki a pathetic but still significant six-figure sum in compensation. But when Vikki mentions her great loss on Twitter, the woke Stalinists of social media label her as fake news again and again and again and again and again. Here is the latest example. Vikki wrote, quote, "Zeon didn't die of something. Zeon got a vaccine the government said would keep people safe. Zeon would be alive if he hadn't got that vaccine. I would be the happy person I used to be instead of whatever the bleep I am now. Death by government." That's a personal assessment of her own grief. And as you can see, Twitter has marked that as, quote, misleading. This tweet can't be replied to, shared, or liked. There's something disreputable about it. Vikki's grief is disinformation. Her widowhood is fake news, because the sick freaks of Twitter get their jollies traumatizing the bereaved. It's wonderful to have Vikki back with us in the studio. That happens to you more or less every day. How do you feel about that?
It's really difficult. Actually happened to three of us that I know of yesterday. We got our nice little Twitter bans, and I've just been told by the other members of Viv UK that our Twitter followers, they're slowly removing them. Our numbers are just gradually going down. Our tweets aren't being seen. Basically, what's they called? Ghosting?
Yeah, they're basically... Twitter is deciding which of your followers it's going to toss overboard.
Yeah, and yesterday that was the icing on the cake, really. I did appeal it, and I've asked Twitter if they would like to see evidence. I've told them they simply need to Google myself and Zeon, and they will see. I haven't had a reply.
No, in a sense, they don't care about you as a human being. They're protecting a narrative, which is that these vaccines are some kind of miracle breakthrough, and that there is, in fact, no significant number of people who have been killed or injured by them. Are you amazed at the heartlessness of social media?
I really am, and the mainstream media as well. I mean, I think that the mainstream media, that in the way they have denied and ignored myself and the other injured and bereaved people, I think that has caused a lot of the social media attacks that we get. Because people see on the BBC that the vaccines are safe and efficient, so therefore if you see someone saying, well, actually, it killed my husband, my child is now fatherless, well, you must be a liar because BBC says otherwise. So we just get abuse. We get called all sorts of names. And I think the mainstream media is a large part of why that happens.